Hey everybody, I am Blind Ryan, and this is day 2 of Disco Elysium, and hopefully I've given myself enough time to recover from the workout. Alright, so here's where we are, right here. And what were we doing? We were talking to people, that's what we were doing. We were canvassing, that's one of those things that cops do. Whew! That was a good sleep. Finally. So, I'm a little groggy still, but it shouldn't be too bad until later. Alright.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape?
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
I am trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old, I can see that. We're both old. Now, stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
I do not understand French people. These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never. Shouldn't I ask what game this is first? No, you've got this. There's the ball. You're the game. Hand-eye coordination. Ah. This'll be embarrassing. That felt wrong, like you were wrong, like touching your sister's breast. You throw your sister's breast. What the fuck? Wait a minute, that doesn't look right. Oh, I did go right. What have I gotten myself into? How's it going, Tim? Make sure that fucking posts. Mon Dieu! Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw. Hang on, why did it feel so wrong? Something about it was completely unnatural, corrupted. Your muscle memory knew what to do and went for it, but there were gaps. Felt like you were going for a thrust or a lunge. There was definitely going to be jumping. Maybe you scored a point, but this is a fiasco. A perfect throw. Oh, I still feel defeated. Yes, officer. What do we need from these gentlemen? Oh, yeah, I was supposed to be reading these. Do you know anything about a man hung in the backyard whirling in rags? Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms with assisting law enforcement, but this affair has passed me by completely. And most of the locals? In Martinet, the union is lost, so can you really blame them? But don't you have a problem with cops? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order into our streets. He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics. What about police women? So again, you don't know anything? If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me. 'Tis true, sire, he knows nothing. This is a man with a lot of past, but little present and almost no future. You seem to be playing in a crater. Yes, the man nods. The terrain provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. Do you know what created it? I do. Fire from heavy artillery. Okay, it's a crater left by military artillery. But why? Why what? Why was heavy artillery needed? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Wait, who were the communards again? Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. The carabiner frowned. Senseless sentimentality. Did you use artillery fire against them? Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly, too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked, he had, squeezing a boulet in his fist. Should have fought dirty like they did with their suicide, sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't, though, and we lacked caliber. God bless them, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough. It was probably a bit more complicated than that. Why shell them here in Martinez? Because this place is the damn beachhead. You had to soften the commies up first. The beachhead? Yes, he nods, inspecting with some disdain. The military-coordinated amphibious landing to take back Ravachol. He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generation. Martinez was used as one of 3 footholds in Ravachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Marie and the Delta. Deathblow sounds grim. This here is Blood Ground, where the Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out, most likely. We're playing Pet and Q and their mangled corpses. Blood Ground, the other man shakes his head. You got old Rene going there, like he isn't angry enough already. Hold on, the Coalition? Don't get me wrong, officer, I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that, they're the lesser evil. That explains all the war damage. Damn right, son, they laid the fire of hell in this city before they stormed it, and it worked, too. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez, they keep a monument. A dark shadow runs across his face, and now the Union Socialists are practically running the place. Well, it's your own damn fault, the jolly man marks. You, we, the Coalition, Ravachol, whatever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still hold influence. You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think? Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one. Commies just don't understand how money works. No, they don't, but I'm sorry it had to be the Coalition. After 8 years of fighting, rabid commies, boiling cats for food, and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred it if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned to Ravachol, or even that damn clown Friesel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case. This royal failure weighs heavily on him. Instead, all that is just holy and beautiful in the world was wiped away. Now it's neon signs of toothpaste ads everywhere, foreign influence, peddling garbage, and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the rule of suzerain with. How does Philippe III factor into this? He doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything. Who is this Frise? Damn Frise. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carbineers failed him. And the crown, the old veteran, falls silent and massages his chest. He died in the hands of the hoi polloi in a very public execution. You mentioned Guillarme? A true king in both blood and mind. Led Ravachol before Friesel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile. Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillarme abandoned him and he doesn't want to admit it. What exactly is a suzerain? The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already. Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took the last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire. I saw the statue of Philippe III near the roundabout. Ah, yes, King Philippe on his steed, a reminder of what Ravachol once was. Oh, absolutely, he smiles as if reliving a pleasant memory. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so you could sleep on a bed of gold. The superpower, feared and respected, a testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king, someone who knows how to rule. How should a true king rule? Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood. Seems to me a leader should take care of his people before himself. A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to... Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened. There's some weariness in his voice now. He's heard this rant many times before. The carboneer doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve. No one and nothing can change this man's mind. He is as rigid as they come, still in that antique uniform. It's a symbol for him. Was that about cocaine? Old Philippe was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loves so much, a cocaine connoisseur of sorts, whose egocentricity is borderline legendary. You can't even take responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler? That's why the Philippian kings used cocaine, for the clarity of vision, to aid in their work. Regnum cocainum. Ravachel's finest years, he seems to grow taller, brimming with pride about the past. Of course, clarity of vision, awareness. Philippe was even brought into the world with the help of cocaine. The court medic administered a dose to his mother when she was in labor, and it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect to the higher realms. Higher realms, of course, it all makes sense! He's just making excuses for the king's habit, isn't he? I agree with this. Seems like irresponsible behavior for a monarch. Drug users shouldn't even ever operate heavy machinery, much less rule countries. From what I've seen of the officers of the RCM, but I don't want to get into a debate about drug policies. Let's talk about something else. Will we get it? No, we will not! Now, this is the uniform of the Royal Carbineers in service of Frise I Guillaume, Le Lion, and valiant King Philippe V before him. Don't you mean Frizzell the Fun? You do not speak his name, Craven. Although he was a clown, he adds. He turns back to you. But he was our clown, ours to ridicule and to mourn. Thank you for your time. Wow, you work hard. I do? Oh, yes, you hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide. What hard work do I do exactly? Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic stand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride. Yeah, I ride a little. A little, you make money. You got pills. You got gills, baby. You got those black papers with faces of innocence on them. You bring them the Francongros and the Solos. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprinter and a money printer. I guess I made some gills, sure. Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle. 24/7. Ride or die. Now ask yourself, are you rich? No, I'm actually not. That's right, you work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself into the grave and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that? I don't know. Why am I so poor? It's because of that Garte guy riding my ass. The Garte man has not set himself one of those self-replicating money structures. You should learn from it. Don't play the victim. Think, hustler. Think with your head. There's a market for corrupt cops out there, but the immigrant cops have price dumped it. Fucking taxes, man. That's right. 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, or so much as sneeze. Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the gossamer state that is Ravachol? I thought there were no taxes. You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax doesn't even have a name. Plus there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you. Here, the gossamer state's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking 98% of all your money. Are you sure? That seems like a pretty big number. What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples? No fucking way! I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now! Thought gain. Indirect modes of taxation. There you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Keep the people. You free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth. Furiously on the tax issue. What the fuck? What have I done? Indirect modes of taxation. -2 empathy. Cold-blooded. First, if you... Fucking thing. First, if you have a side bitch ideology cooking somewhere, don't sweat it. Fight and indirect taxation for the Gossamer state is compatible with all creeds. It's cool like that. You're a cool anarchist now. Unless you don't want to be an anarchist. Whatever. Stuff that meal ticket in your eye socket and let's see if we can steal some love back from the robber barons as the customs agency and the banditos at the Celendian Financial Oversight and Competition Committee. What the fucking fuck? Oh, let's see. You're a cool anarchist now. I don't want to be an anarchist. I want to be a capitalist. And I need my empathy, so fuck it. Son, you've really let yourself go. It's a disgrace, but Coach Physical Instrument is going to get you back in prime condition even if it takes 1,000,000 push-ups. Yes, sir! Forge you into organic steel, Coach! It's going to take blood, sweat, piss, and tears. When I'm done with you, boy, you'll be a master athlete. Let's do this, Coach! I'm with you! Opt in. Behold, world! Here walks a sportsman, hands chalked and hair kept back with a bandana, the Homo Athleticus. I love this fucking game so much. -1. Wait. I've got a +1 encyclopedia here. So you're minding your business, trying to get some detective work done, when suddenly a voice emerged from within you and told you you're a wuss, a namby-pamby, a sissy, and a limp jellyfish. This voice has 0 gender sensitivity and even less empathy for underwhelming athletic performance. Try to purposefully piss it off, see if it teaches you something. Pretend you don't know the difference between a double and a single support phase and a discipline of hammer throw. It hates that. That's what I'm looking for. Indirect modes of taxation. Shit. Fucking shit. But I want to be a fucking hobo cop. You can actually do hobo cop. I don't want to lose the empathy. I need the empathy. Although, wait. What is my empathy at? Oh, my empathy is actually pretty good. But I don't want to be a fucking anarchist. Yeah, screw it. Yeah, we'll do that one first.
Yes?
Nothing. Poor little viewer. The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic. Vandalous. Probably some kids. Look inside. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk, written on the other side with the N and C scribbled backwards. Fucking Kuno! Shift your focus to the background. Under the graffito and a sea of blues and grays appears behind the water. Grays appears behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky, weather-worn wooden planks, and X-shaped cross topping its tower. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows. This coin operator viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside, then use the focus knob to zoom out if necessary. What's a tourist attraction doing here? There was a revitalization project in '49. The design studio tried restoring Martinet to his pre-war glory. It didn't stick. I didn't stick? They got as far as the street lamps and the statue, and then something went sour. I suspect something was Everard Clare, the union leader. He muscled them out. That's usually how it's done around here. Can't we do something about it? We should have done something about the union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer. Fair enough. Oh, the book girl. I remember this from last time. Damn it, I need a bag! An old call box, the matrix push buttons. Now we'll do the rest of that later. And by later, I mean in a minute.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl. Don't be ridiculous. I know all these things. You're fooling nobody. Don't you sass me!
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while now. Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
My name's Annette, sir. My mom, her name is Pleasance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organizing the stock. The girl gazes at the window and then suddenly jolts. Her eyes go wide as if recalling something. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. And you're standing out here in the cold because I'm signaling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Such a good trooper you are. Already learning the value of hard work. Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mom with the store. She smiles and stands upright like a little soldier. Shouldn't you be at school or something? I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mom keep the place running. Isn't going to school more important than this? Mom says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mom says proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life and you succeed. How's the business going? Mom says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about the house being cursed. Behind her, the window's been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second as if some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders. Cursed in what way? Cursed in a way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here. They all go... ass up! She blushes. I really wouldn't say it like that, but I guess so. This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here. Yes, please do. Also look at our wares. The postcards and board games are there too, sir. What do you know about the other field businesses? Nothing really, sir. Mom doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there. How does this curse manifest itself? It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather. But Kim, the phasmic manifestations! No such thing. Anything else you wanted to talk about? Enough about the curse for now. Let's see, just anything contracts with the oily mutton chops that are on it. Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead. What is this crime business? Crime fiction is about murders or burglars or things like that, and the work of policemen or private detectives who are trying to solve a crime and catch the criminal. Why would anyone want to read about crime? It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle where you guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him. I'm a policeman myself, by the way. You don't look much like a policeman. Let's see. What does a cop look like, then? Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just you don't look like Dick Mullen. She points at a book cover on which you see a strapping Vespertime officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. It's not your body that's important in police work anyway, it's your mind. No, it's your soul, your blue soul. Not head, child, heads. Flexibility. There are millions of different people out there, and you have to get inside their heads. Sometimes you gotta be the killer to catch the killer. Isn't that dangerous? Policemen live and breathe danger, little girl. Mullen obviously lacks the chameleon skill. Unlike you, sir, he's just a fictional character, but he's no match for you. Come on! Yes! The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that? Hey, why do you keep your hands folded? What do you mean, sir? You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help. She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded. She doesn't want to show them. It's okay. The nails are frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh. You bite your nails. And you knew this from me keeping my arms folded? There were a few other hints. Well, that proves nothing. Anyone can do an easy deduction like that. Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed. She actually is impressed. That is more of a defensive reflex. Want more? Bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. I got a few reasons in mind. Let's see. It's an intense dedication to the way of business. There are no riches without personal sacrifice. Thank you, sir. I work hard. Either way, another ace detective, a deduction by the #1 detective in the town. It was okay, sir. She's still got a rebellious streak. There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same. You think so? Fine, do better. Or do better, to do something about me. You're quite sober, she snaps back quickly. The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort. I'm having a grand time! I sure hope you are. There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar. There's something you're missing. Ding! Yay. See, it's important we get that up. That is a very important one to get up. Yes! Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you talked before. Hang on, you know me. Have we met before? Yes, I stand in this spot all the time. You've been running around here several days, so talking about small churches now. Everyone betrayed you, sir. Did I ever talk to you? Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you. What do you mean better? I look like shit. Yeah, but you don't have party eyes anymore. The lieutenant slowly, ever so slowly, realizes something. Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense. I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on. He thinks, not at all. Party eyes, you know? Like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed, she giggles at the thought. It certainly looks odd on a man. The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict, that's what she meant. You were probably gurning, too. Fuck yeah, you should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Does that mean I've been partaking in narcotics? Oh, baby. That's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing. So why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with? I didn't know I had to do that. Thanks, I've learned something about myself today. Glad I could help you. Alright, I got a message. Let's see here. What is romance? It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between a good man and a bad man. Or it could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir. What about a poor man getting a rich lady? It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process, or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the Revolution or something. Those are unhappy books for most of the pages. People said about what they have lost, but then it turns out just fine in the end. What about when both of the men are bad? Those are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that. But what if it's written really well? Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe the lady decides not to pick either because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that'd be interesting. What about when everyone's poor? It's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life. Sometimes you have to write about the real things. Not in romance, sir. These are nice and pretty people and everyone's happy in the end. What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all? I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mom. Yeah, you think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup? I don't think a romance story of the main characters break up, though. No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination, only it's really long and drawn out, scarred for life. Phantom Limb! No, I don't know. It doesn't ring a bell. Alright, ask your mom. Yeah, she knows books, definitely. What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel stuck somewhere in your forebrain? You clearly have issues you need to address. Who are these famous people? Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, and artists and writers and musicians, those kind of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to learn secrets of their fame. Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them. Reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it? But it does make famous people more famous. Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day. Why would they do that, sir? Because I'll be a superstar cop in the newspapers and everything. That'll show them. That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything, standing over a dead body holding a gun. See you around, Annette. Alright. So, what the fuck? The mail collection box has been heavily vandalized. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes. Good mail delivery box. The mailbox seems happy. Eat shit pigged, fucked by the Kuno, and St. G with a crown and been scribbled. Jenny is a whore and base set mailbox also. I feel you, mail collective box. The mail collective box seems cathartic, thankful, and even. So do you. You shudder, then you swallow. The worn and beaten planks of this bench do not look overly comforting. We can sit on benches after we solve the murder. Let's go. You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time. Now what is this? +2 physical instrument if third slot empty. If shirt slot empty. -1 encyclopedia. Wait, how did you know all those hammer throw techniques? How do you know how to hold a discus? The world youth record in discus. Something doesn't add up here. This mushy thing between your ears didn't know the name of the city you're in, but it comes loaded with trivia about the correct chin position of a shot put ball. Could it be that... Shut up, namby-pamby. This train of thought ends abruptly. It's leg day. Strengthen your rhombus muscle. It's shirts versus skins. Take your shirt off, Nimby. Namby, your skins. Shit. No, we need a long way home. That's fucking weird. How does that work? I don't know. Oh, didn't that say +2? Yeah, +2 physical instrument if third slot's empty. If short slot's empty. +1 to spirit decor. +1 electrochemistry. Fucking electrochemistry. 1 composure. -1 savoir-faire. +1 interfacing. +1 inland empire. Yay! I need better shoes. Haven't we been down this way? Yep, we have been down this way.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy. Everything's still cool here.
Hey, wow, hey Brad! How's it going? You'd love this game, dude. This game is fucking hysterical. In fact, here's one of the funniest parts of the game. Before you, or at least so far, I've only just started. Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery bearing the number 57. This must be the Inferno machine that tore you from oblivion, the Corpus Canema motor carriage. Open the door. In the cabin, you're welcomed by the set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. Tap on the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat. There's no use pressing the heat button, he says and jingles his keys. It won't start without the ignition key. Translation, we're not going anywhere right now. Alternate translation, don't even think you can drive my MC. Run your fingers over one of the steering levers. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle feels so very familiar in your palm. Pull out the pull-out toolbox. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized. Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools like some men are. He's clearly a little protective of his tools, but what can you do? Work is work. Take the pry bar. The pry bar feels nice and cold, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. Take the rubber-handed chain cutters. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap goes the cutters in your hand. Take the hand crank flashlight. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. Push in the... yeah. And now the funny part, except I have to see much more. Let's see. Pick up the radio. Been very sick. Yeah, we were wondering where you went, man. Are you okay? Is it the ALS getting worse, or is it just the flu? Well, we are always glad to see you again, dude. I can't remember if I told you or not, but Amber's going to get a tattoo for you, too. And I actually didn't bring it up to her at all. She just kind of came up with it on her own. Apparently, she's going to do, like, some more artistic thing. Hang on, let me get her. I'll be right back. Hey, hon.
No, well, Derek had to go to work.
I'm going to close the window a bit now. Cool off for my exercise.
But yeah, basically, Brad, what I'm adding to my small collection of planned tattoos is I'm gonna get a realistic looking maple leaf on my ankle, one that kind of looks like it fell off a tree and hit the ground.
Yep, she's more artistic than I am.
Yeah, I like the artsy stuff.
And I like the plain stuff.
So that's what I'm getting.
But we're both honoring you, and I actually didn't bring that up to her.
Yeah, he didn't ask me to or nothing. It's just I realized how much we've missed you, and it's like, yeah, I gotta get one too.
He is our brother from the north.
Oh, now I'm sad.
Why?
I miss him.
I miss him too. He's been sick. Poor guy. I asked him if it was his ALS or if it's just been like the flu.
What was the answer?
I don't know. He's typing, I presume.
Ah. Yeah, I keep forgetting that track.
Yeah, I assume that takes a fucking long time to type. But yeah, I figured you'd want to pop in and let him know.
Yeah.
I really need to check Facebook more. I feel like a shit for that.
Aww.
I keep forgetting!
It's alright.
The frequency tableau lights up and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye, then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. CO2 buildup from breathing. Ah, crap. What are they gonna do about it? Wait, so you're having carbon monoxide poisoning? Your lungs are carbonally monoxiding you. That sucks. Well, yeah, I want to know what they can do about it. Because there's got to be something. Maybe a surgery. God damn. You poor bastard. Let's see. A woman's voice greets you through the static. This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you? Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st. I'm putting him on. Come in dispatch. Come in dispatch. This is Officer Alice Dimitri. How may I help you? You could swear she was friendlier with the lieutenant. Let's see. I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvia. She may have reported a murder. Of course. What is her number, officer? Kim, didn't Garte give you Sylvia's number? Yes, hold on. Her number is that. Received. Hold on, officer. Wait, start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs. Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. It takes a bit to get to the phone. Just wait. Relax. Officer, I have a Sylvie Malika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Sylvie, I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags. All right, she recognized your voice almost immediately. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? You quit your job at the Whirling. Why? Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! The BPAP machine is giving you CO2 poisoning. What are they going to do about it? Is there a different kind of BPAP machine that they can give you that will help you? You mean, why did I leave the bar? You can hear a tense up on the other side. Honestly, I'm not comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Why not? Why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me? Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. Did you leave because of Garte? What? Well, why would you ever even think that? Let's see. He told me he asked you out. Are you saying it didn't happen? Please don't bring Garte into this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. Was it you who called the police? No, ma'am. Well, why didn't you call? Didn't the corpse behind your workplace bother you? What? Of course it bothered me, but I thought the union already knew about the corpse. What does the union have to do with anything? No one calls the police. The union would get angry. What do you mean by that? You know, she seems to be looking for words. When union says goes, people listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. Garbage! Wait, Kim, is she speaking the truth? Is the union the law around here? Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinet is de facto policed by the dockworkers union. Words are not necessary to find the lieutenant's discontent for the situation. I am the authority around here! Okay, she obviously doesn't want to challenge your authority. You feel much better now. Tell me, why exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us? I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. Push her further. Show her the error of your ways. What others? The other people who live around here, local people. I didn't want trouble. What trouble? You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with the union, internally. Please, I just don't want any trouble. Let me get this straight. You ignored the law to save your own skin? I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually. It helps it. Oh. Is there like a pill or an injection or a procedure they can do to like strip the CO2 from your lungs or something? Are you feeling any better? Or, I mean, because we are legitimately worried about you. Because we miss you. That's a little late for tears, isn't it? Should have used them to summon the police earlier. You can almost hear the girl getting smaller and smaller on the other end of the line. Until she almost drowns in static. Do you know who made that call? No, you can hear her regaining control. I honestly don't know. It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while. Okay, next question. You quit your job, why? You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you. Why not? Okay, why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me? Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from something. Get away from whom? You know whom. You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously not talking about someone else, not you. You mean me? You needed to get away from me? I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about it, okay? So you do agree that quitting your job because someone asked you out is an overreaction. Please don't bring Garte into this. It's none of your business. I think I got everything I need. I do hope so. Please don't call me again. Bye. Wait, why does she seem angry with you? Yes! Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Regs when she was still working there. Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything. I'm not mad, you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, then that skua thing happened. It made me just want to quit. What skua thing? The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got here. Why do I always end up screwing everything up? It was a pretty bird. There since I started working at the Whirling. I really liked her. We called her Scooty. So you're telling me I was the one that made you want to quit? Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever had, and I've had so many assholes in that place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you? Go on, I want to know what I did. Well, you were worse than all of them. You were going borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. Hold on, which song? We Go On by the OO. I can't listen to that anymore. You've turned it into a parody. Sorry about the song. To hell with that song. Then there was your room, your project, an experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send in the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you scream something about how you're a piece of shit human being, and why does anyone let you work as a policeman, that you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that. I'm sorry. Then I had to deal with your toilet, the one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. Wait, police documents? The one I had to wrench out of your toilet. What happened to them? Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do. Resentment gives away to concern in her voice. Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine. Something even you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away. Okay, I get it. I wasn't a good tenant. No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. I am truly sorry for everything, Sylvie. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again and let's pretend it never happened. But when I spoke to Garte, he seemed like he thought you left because of him. Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Garte. I really do. Didn't he cross a line when you asked you out? No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him. It's just bad timing with the corpse and all that. There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side. The telephone cord coiled around her index. I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. I left without explaining. I should have told him, maybe. I can tell him. Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something. What else did I sing? I'm looking for a song. All sorts of things. Some disco, rock too. So much disco and rock. Maybe you can help me identify this one particular song. The one that was really sad. Sad? I think the one you meant is the smallest church in St. Sienna. Butchered that right up. Interesting. You'll still have to find it, however. Right, thank you for talking to me. Take care. You hear a sigh of relief. Wordlessly the call breaks. Then the already familiar voice. Anything I can help you with? I'm done with the radio for now. 57th and over. In the cabin, you see... Okay, we already read that. We'll go do that at the moment. There. We'll go do that But first, we'll go in the apartment. Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and we now know your capo type. Wait, there are capo types? Yes, guess which one you are. Sorry, cop. I'm sorry, I'm not sure. Yes, sorry, cop. The cop who's sorry. So let's make it official, shall we? Okay, but what are the other cop types? Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the Advanced Interesting Cop, Liquid Shadow Cop, but you're too sorry for it to say any of those things. So, here we go. Won't the other capo types be jealous? What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine, don't worry. They'll be super fine. It'll totally be okay. You can dual capo type from sorry to anything. I'm sorry. Of course you are, it's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info, or maybe every time you say sorry you get $1 million. That won't happen. Rigorous self-critique. You're one sorry piece of shit, a cop penitent, a flagellant cop monk. This is not the right line of work for you. You should be groveling in the feet of a feudal lord, providing lurid evidence against yourself at a Mazovian show trial, or ripping the flesh from your back with a cat o' nine. Whatever made you this way, you can be damn sure it was your fault. Do it. Really criticize yourself. Who knows, you might uncover something of importance from your guilt-ridden past. Unlock a new slot to research this thought. How do I unlock a slot? I guess I need a point to unlock a slot. Stop! There. I should have done the apocalypse.
Hello again, sweetie.
Sweetie needs money. Does Sweetie get money? Oh, Sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck? What is a paycheck? I haven't seen any paychecks. You must be joking, although your pay does sometimes feel like a joke. It's not easy to assert your right to a decent living wage when you don't have a strong union behind you. Maybe you should talk to Everard, the union leader. Interesting idea. This Everard sounds powerful. Maybe you can wrangle some coins out of his pocket. Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a manly tear. It isn't easy for me to ask this of anyone, but I'm at the end of my rope. Any money you could help me? I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn just to tide you over. Wonderful. He has a pin. The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in a bas-relief of the sun hovering over the water behind them. A chip green banner on the bottom reads St. Baptiste, Summer 31, Dinghy Races. You could totally sell this pin for cash! What is to pawn? It's easy. You bring a valuable item to a pawnbroker who then gives you money for it. You can get it back later for a slightly larger sum if it hasn't been sold. But you never end up doing that anyway. Where can I pawn the pin? Cross the plaza and follow the road along the coast. Down by the water there'll be a shack nestled against an old stone facade. That's the pawn shop. An old friend of my husband's go there. He says the owner's quite helpful. Yes, we've been there. I promise I'll buy it back for you once I have the money. Yeah, about your pin. I decided not to pawn it. You should hang on to it. Thank you, dear. I must confess I'm glad to see it again. Even the lieutenant seems happy with the turn of events. Leave. Oh, cool. I can go in here. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery. Touch the door. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel is door flush with the frame on every side. Try to push the door. The door does not budge. I wonder where this door leads. You do? The lieutenant regards you with patient skepticism. It's a door in the back of a kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? Out of duty, we may find something pertinent to the investigation. Yes, I suppose. It's worth seeing if we can get in, just to be thorough as a side investigation. The door in the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation. Yes, a mini-side investigation. Garte is the person to ask about this. A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Rolling's cook. As you step in, he nods towards the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are grocery and Quebec. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please do not call him Grocery Quebec. Please, it's not funny. Got time for a few questions? The man puts his cap down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. Do you know what's behind that door? He looks up to you and then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for no, I don't know what's behind that door. You've got some impressive pots there. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sound of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove. Stay masculine!
Can I help you?
By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here. Absolutely out of the question. You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Absolutely in the question. First, we need to find a sad banger. Then we sing that place to shit. Your body is ready, sire. I talked to Sylvie because she left because of me, not you. Wait, what? What about the bird? Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing this morning. She left. She didn't break it. I did. I threw it against the wall. You broke the skua? I assure you, it was him. It's as if he can't decide whether to be angry or relieved that it was you, again. Why on earth did you break the skua? It's a mystery. I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message, symbol of hope and all. A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you. Perhaps this is why you broke it? Alright, he calms himself. Did she say anything else about me, you know? Did she say anything about me? She said she was flattered. It was just bad timing. Really? The man doesn't know what to say. I should give her a call then. Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted? Or can you give him a moment? Somehow you realize this is not going to net you any professional discount. Already, he's reverting back to defensive. So about the money I owe. Yeah, let's talk about something else. Seen something here. I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union. Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come in the evenings, dumb, unruly types. They think they're big shit, but they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time. He hates the Union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him, so he's directing his frustration at you again. At you instead. Retaliate! Let it go. You're above gratuitous baiting. The lieutenant gives you a meaningful nod. We should find out who the local faction is. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. How do we find them? We don't. We have to wait. They show up sooner or later. Men are hungry, even striking men. If not today, then tomorrow. There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that. There's the mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen. Oh yes, that door. Sure, there's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. Do you know what's behind it? No, I don't have the key. No, I don't know how to get there. No, I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the freight warehouse probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust. He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. He's obviously not convinced. It's obviously not convincing. I think you'd like to know what's back there. Fine, okay, a little, but my job doesn't have me time for wondering what one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it, but I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals, and I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the rolling later. Alright. Whew. I need better pants. Alright, let's go. Alon C. Damn! Chain cutter slip out of your hand. Well, you know one thing for sure, you've probably never been a plumber. Damn, I was really hoping to get that bastard thing. Hey, I woke him up! There's only one way to awake the bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane, rip the buildings from the earth. Ah! The 30-something man slowly lifts his head and gives you a pensive look. Why the yelling, man? Looks like a sow descended. A lot of sow dock workers around. You're alive! You looked out for the long count here. Wait, what? I was just sleeping. What do you want, officer? Officer, even after a rude awakening, this dock worker respects the police, more than they usually do, at least. Let's see. What about the dead body in the yard? Yeah, what about it? You seem cool with it. Do you have many of those hanging from trees here? You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another falls in a manhole, a third gets eaten by stray dogs. If someone decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern? Someone has to look into it. Looks like I'm that someone. Tell me what you know. I can tell you this, trouble's ahead. What trouble? You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it that way. So Union people think he was a killer. He thinks even sleepy here. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective. Who's behind organizing the strike? We are, the workers, the Union. We know what we need. What's right for us? You mean there's no leader? Okay, I guess there's also Evert. He's in charge of the Union. He's smart, knows how to negotiate. He's got our back. Why are you sleeping here when others are out striking? They got it. Measurehead's got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some sleep. Or was. Tell me about Wild Pines. It's the name of the employer. I work in logistics. He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about it. How's that going? How's it going? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside? Of course, it's a total madhouse. Good, didn't you understand the gist of it? We'd all be better off without the employers, and their employment. For one, I could get some goddamn shut-eye. See anything interesting in your dream? No, thank God, no. Was it pure nothing? Your consciousness no good, larger than a single grain of malt? The worker stares at you. A web of wrinkles covers his tan forehead. I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir, but when I'm out, there is out. No malt grains or whatever. No poetry stuff. Just quality time. A little me time in the abyssalagic zone. You can never return to it now. Only detective work remains. Wakefulness and detection. Alright, I'll let you sleep. Oh, cool. We're getting there. Alright, back to the car. To the Lazarus. Gottlieb, what do you want? He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy. Just a routine checkup. Oh, it's you. Was that a snarl or a suppressed groan? No love for you here. You know who I am? Yes, there's no end to the misfortune fate has seen to fit rain upon me. Sorry to have been such a bother to you. Oh, spare me the sad, drunken blubbering and get on with it. What's your complaint? I think I've had a heart attack. And you survived it. Congratulations. Are you mobile? Yes. Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Also, death is a natural part of life. Accepted. The body is an object, and objects break down. Do what good you can. Do what good you can with yours before it goes to. Ooh, I'm starting to get a bit of a fucking migraine. Okay, I think I'll play until 3. I've lost my memory, all of it. With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised. There's no surprise in his voice, only careless superiority. You're not surprised. Okay, anything else? What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely. It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care. Isn't there anything you can do? What, you want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body? Yes, I want the truth. You want the real honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking. Eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime. And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with super glue. It's not fucking cryoacylate, it's super glue. I guess that's it for now. Yay, leveled up. Now connect me to the 41st. I have something I need to report. Just a second, officer. Alright, 41st, come in, over. Scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennae, the radio switchboard. The man uses relay code. Okay, you're a cop. You got this, and cops know relay code. 10-4, station 41. I got an urgent business. Over. 10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over. I'm just reporting in. Over. State your message, sir. This might sound odd, but there's personal details of it. No, I'm in dire need of financial assistance. 10-4, I didn't hear you. I don't have authority to grant your request, but Jean Vicmer, is that him? What does he want? Says he needs money. Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all. Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. I don't even have a place to sleep tonight. He says he's in trouble, doesn't have a place to sleep. Well, I guess he better crack the case before sundown then, Vicmer said. Who cares what this Vicmer said? Pull on their heartstrings. Enough, officer. This begging is below your dignity. Paramount to the investigation, you grant me more money. He says it's imperative to the case. He's not getting a red cent, you tell him that. Okay, I heard you, no phones. Personal details. Your badge should have most of your personal details. I don't have it, my badge. 10-9 over. My badge, I can't find it anywhere. It's gone. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain, over. Any other good news? He says he's lost his badge. What? He lost his badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen, who do you think? It's Officer Dick. He tried to speak through laughter. Mullen from bestseller Dick Mullen. And lost identity. Defend yourself, immediately. They're laughing at you. Haha, officer lost his badge. Haha, like I'm the finest first cop to ever misplace his badge. He says this has probably happened before to other policemen, and he laughs sarcastically. Oh god damn it, is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this. Satellite Officer Vankmeyer is wondering if he might be joking as this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station, over. Mullen dicked us. Very funny. Who's this Mullen joker? He wants to know who you are. I'm the goddamn... He yelled on me. Tell him I hail from the north. Ask him to check his hand. The one without a wine bottle is... I'll bet that's where his badge is. Come on, operator. Tell him to stop. This is serious. Of course it's serious. He's lost his fucking badge. Oh yeah, I gained a level. Oh, and then you need a point. Well, enough of that shit. Meh, fuck it. There we go, that's the ticket. Let's see. You need your badge. Fuck me, Matt. Come here, you gotta hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge. What's going on? Super Cop lost his badge. He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge. Didn't you glue your eyes shut earlier and now you're making fun of me? The man is laughing too hard to form coherent sentence. The only words you can make out are lost and badge. Could you all please stop saying lost his badge for a moment? He asked you to please stop saying he's lost his badge. Why, did he find it? Sergeant Torson was wondering if you had found your badge yet. Over. Oh, you don't have a comeback. Sorry, but it's hard to think like this. Enough with this now. I have other things to discuss. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over. New heights, even for Captain Sober. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too. Sergeant Torson wants to know if you lost your gun, too. Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck, you don't know where it is, too. I don't have my gun! No, it's gone. It's not fucking on you. Don't sweat it, Bratton. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun. It's not all over. We were wondering about your gun. Over. That's affirmative. Over. He says he doesn't have it. He lost his gun. Oh god, I can't even. This isn't even really a laughing matter. Matt can face the giant of coconut nerve by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants. Oh, I can't fuck. He lost it. Ask him if he still has his wiener. Ask him! Yes, I lost my wiener too. Just lay off, okay? There we go. I left it at his mama's after I fucked her ass all night. Tell him that. That's a negative. I'm not going to say that. What's he saying? Share with the class. He said he sodomized your mother. The prick ate mama's vanilla waffles on the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got. Sure, her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate? Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about. Tell him to apologize right now. Okay, tell him I'm sorry. It was just banter. I thought that's what cops do. He says he's sorry and didn't mean anything by it. Okay, tell him. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. It's the only thing that matters here. I heard him and I'm on it. Do you need further assistance? No. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke and buzz with laughter when Officer Judith Minnow enters. Her left arm is in bandages and her hair trimmed short. What's going on here? Did something happen? What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He lost his badge and his gun. He seemed confused, delirious, even. Mac the torso, toast, Torson, finger fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely, and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance. Suddenly he interjects, yeah, Mullen was fucked alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me. The tall ginger on his right still has tears of laughter in his eyes. Yeah, Mac's right. That was some gnarly shit there. I mean, before he started begging for money, it was... Satellite Officer Vickmeyer bites down on his knuckles. Enough! The commotion dies down. All eyes turn to him. None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddammit. Minot backs down and looks down her neatly polished black shoes. There's a quiet firmness in her voice when she speaks. We have to help him. Yeah, how do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink, go jogging with him in the morning, and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man. I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. We shouldn't. He wouldn't. Someone's trying to slip out unnoticed. Mac, man the door! He gestures Torson to block the doorway. He turns to Minnow. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words. This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain or anybody else. We'll give him a couple of days to pull his shit together. Old boy lights another cigarette and says, I guess I can hold off the report for a few days. Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call. We all got our laughs, and I get back to work. Far north on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage. Fuck. Ultra-liberal dialogue gives you +1 real. Turns out those Financial Oversight Committee gangsters stuffed millions of hard-earned dividends away in the last place anyone thought to look, the hearts and minds of everyday Revachelian. You need to spread that deregulation gospel to the people. Tell them about the foreign fair tax. Preach that 98% gross burden. Preach it, preacher man. Set the brothers free. Taxes are racist. What did I do? No, no, I don't want this. No, 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 no. No, fuck. -1 empathy, -1 authority. Fuck. Ultra liberal dialogue options give you +1 real. -1 empathy. Fuck. -1 authority. No, that's not what I wanted. I should have gone with the apocalypse one like I did before. Alright, let's go. But first, fuck it, I'm put on my damn... Where is it? Clothes. I'll put on my shoes. In we go. Gift books and molten candy. How much real do I have? What does it even show? Oh, I've got $4. Bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranormal literature. Look through the shelf. Amidst the various books you find one written by someone named Matthias Devendus. It's about wholeness, unity, and balance. These things are very important to the working class mind. The point of this book, and many others in the shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health service. How does that work? It serves platitudes while also telling everyone of traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, which costs more than this book, is garbage and would only give you cancer anyway without even curing a cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything, though it is important to note. When it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place. Does the book say anything else? The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from, how to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver, and... there's even a chapter on the ancient series tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this? Find something truly otherworldly! The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment as you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. Medicinal purposes of the pale. What's the pale? The book contains very little explanation on the matter. The knowledge seems to be taken for granted. What's this book about? The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pale, also known as la terre. For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venek or hand broom made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from their pale. Sounds invigorating. It is, and good for the circulation, too. What else? Also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the pail. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the pail and leave them for 30 to 60 days. And what does this pale-aged liquor do? Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health. That seems improbable. How is that possible? It is any more improbable than anything else human beings put their faith in. Fair enough. What else is there? General health and well-being. Readers are encouraged to take strolls through the pale through a sidebar. Cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions. This is exactly what you need. Anything else? There's an entire section devoted for cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations. Well, I certainly don't need that. Close the book and return to the place on the shelf. leave. I don't have any money. I'm poor. Several maps. They're held on by pins. Look at the maps. Large map displays an archipelagos. You see constellations of small dots. The largest in the northeast is Loch Hello. You're here. Another far away is the Semines Islands. Damn. Color fades, black on white. Disintegrating into mathematics. The northeast dust mite stands on the north coast in a bookstore. It's you. Can you see cities on the islands? You can. A single black star. A bunch of fucking names I can't read. Lost little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark. 850 million people live on these islands. An oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history. Breakthrough? Oh, cool. I got a long way home. Mundi... Connection to other worlds. Worlds past the insular. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the solas are immeasurably large compared to you and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distant and outer dust. Look at the map of Ravashal. The north coast of a verdant island is sheltered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperant. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting the city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and constructions. To the east, damn voice is starting to go. To the east, rolling hillsides. Those names, they sound rich to you. This is Ravashal East. And west, Coron. It's somewhere to live, not bad. But then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Faubourg, it's almost as bad and much larger. Then Coal City, it's the worst. You feel you're just west of Coal City, somewhere above Jamrock and close to Coal City. Look at the map of Martinez. It's not really a map, it's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. Why is the map of Martinez so cheap? That old thing, it's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never came to be. From what some design studio people tried to spruce the place up, they also renovated that horse statue, set up the coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps. The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it? What happened? They didn't get far for some reason. A shame the project never got working. I'm not gonna steal. I'm not a thief. Long way home. This is where you live. Learning cap for perception raised to 5. Speed gives +1 psi. Yeah, and that just tells me where home is. And then rigorous self-critique, of course. Ooh, there's so much! Self-biographies. A plaque on the shelf reads biographies of famous people. You see a huge variety of names, none of which rings a bell. Let's see. None of these seem important relevant. There's all just backbite egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob and Alfie Delatrobe by one Cecilia Averbrook. What's it about? High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is a madcap driver. His blonde mane traces the cover. Next to his life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine in the other. Next to that, Ravashalian radio personality Guillaume Bavie stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting in real-life crime and ruining cops' days. I really must insist you buy one of those books. You're interrupted by the shopkeeper. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long. She understands that she has erred against the customer and immediately corrects course. I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead, take your time. Time is commerce. It's a tome of fascist magic. Everything knows the most interesting thing about fascists were their magic. Shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen. Crime fiction is a disgrace. The asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes and arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police who are glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. Which more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of books found on the shelves? Oh, God, no. Let's see, curtain.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Oh, that noise. That woman's voice is annoying. A small mountain of colorful board game boxes, numerous type of game for all ages. Story. Books in a board game section. Who wants to read books? Anything that really catches my eye? There's a box that says We're All 3rd Edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. Side panel, it's a fantastic adventure board game. 25 real. That price is steep, but it's third setting, so that makes sense. Leave.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head strapped in amber. Yeah, I seem well off enough. Can you give me some money? I feel there won't be an opportune moment to ask later.
Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you money. I would be doing you a grave psychic disfavour. One has to earn one's success, even if one is a police officer. Handouts are nothing but manipulation. All they do is make you dependent.
Well, I mean, she's right. Damn, you're right. What kind of business relationship would that kickstart?
Exactly. In this kind of business relationship, I could come and critique your work anytime. I could demand things from you, limiting your creative freedom.
We wouldn't want that.
A curious pendant you're wearing.
Oh yes, helps to have an anchor in these times. I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting a customer. It doesn't work. The girl outside mentioned this place is cursed. Cursed? Who said that? Annette, I will have a word with her. The place is not cursed. It is robustly magnetic energy, good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir. What in God's name is she talking about? Your daughter's the one standing outside, yes? Annette, yes. My daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking up against her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a good girl? Yes, of course. Wonderful. Did you talk to her? Yes. Great. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her? 10. She's very polite and helpful. My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. She's immensely satisfied. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette. I guess she's a trooper, alright. She looks like she can take it, but it's actually wearing her down, you know? She's been biting her nails. God, I told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is part of life. A part of hers, too. I don't think she can do anything about it. She can if she has enough willpower. That's what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks. Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You're placing an unnecessary burden on a young child. That is true, and obviously the will of the market, but maybe make an exception for your daughter. This is a person coming to terms with a new reality, one where they are wrong. It is not easy. She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole. All of a sudden, she exhales sharply. Her shoulders slump down. Oh no, she mutters. Hold on, I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There, she returns with a nod. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress. Sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the same way as she treated Annette. You're like Annette to your husband and your mother. Oh, she nudged her glasses nervously. Well, my mother was horrible, of course, absolutely perverse. Energies around that person, but my husband is completely different, of course. Is the husband Annette's father? Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running here. No matter, soon we'll both be off for Grand Caron. Wait, Grand Caron? What's that? It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighborhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowd. Better time ahead for sure. He made the initial investment. Since then, he's what you'd call a silent partner. Super silent, almost inaudibly so. Is she an only child? Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy. Why not? We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand. She told me she doesn't go to school anymore. She's been too busy helping me here, so she's studied at home this trimester as a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She'll be back in school the moment the store takes off. And hell freezes over? Never mind, it's not a good topic to get into. Alright, then why are you talking to me? Everything's on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? See those store shelves there? Go, be drawn. Do you even know what books you have for sale? If truth be told, not really. My sister brings in most of the goods. I'm sure it's all very literary stuff with well-written prose. But you don't learn about important things in life from fabricated stories. Wait, shouldn't a shopkeeper know about her own wares? I provide a valuable service. As long as people buy books, I'm fine. Where do you learn about the important things, then? The truth is available. You know where to look, and if you have to open and free your mind to understand. Fuck. What a hoor. Alright, so now we go up here. We've gone everywhere else. Oh, there's nothing really up here. Sometimes a wall is just a wall. Oh, there's Kunes.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
Hey, OHB, how's it going? Why are you whispering? It sounds like you're already in trouble.
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing. Actually, the gendarmerie really wants to talk to
Is
you.
it really that important? Alright, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Can you tell me anything about the hanging? I'd even go so far as to say the view is a little too good. My dear gentleman, do you have any idea of an estimate of when that body will be taken away? Remove the body as soon as possible. Notorious, where were you last Sunday? Oh, you already asked me that, didn't you? Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching? Did you? No, not you two. Some more muscular type. And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman? Last week? I don't know, look. Let's see. A downy blanket of white to cover up the miserable poverty of the scene. You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday? I had a friend over. What kind of friend? My Sunday friend. Makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday. You don't have to work, so you can just spend time with pals watching rugby and drinking beer. What's your friend's real name? Did he see something? He doesn't reply, gesturing no. Under the gray sky, snow continues to pile on the neighboring windowsills. Can you tell me your name? My name is Martin Martinet. That's definitely not his real name. You're not actually called Martin Martinet, are you? No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice? Ask him again. Listen, I really need your name. And I really need to finish this cigarette. But he hasn't left yet. We'll talk later. No, we won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to go. Convince him to stay. This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching? Hey, listen, lower your voice. I'm just trying to make things okay again. Can we read somewhere else? For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding. There's snow gathering on his hair, whiter than the shirt that hangs loose over his slender frame. When he speaks again, his voice is soft and deliberate. I'm sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for. But hold on, what's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign! Good luck with the investigation, he walks away. He's gone. We should run after him, see where he went. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, he'll know how to hide himself. So we just give up? He could be a witness. Like him and his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there. If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around his apartment. Great, let's do that. Yay, a key! This must be the key. It's simply a pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments and the man can be in any of them. Orange bum hat. I want a hat. A orange beanie with a couple of big assholes on the side. It looks like it might have been used as a mask during an armed robbery. +1 reaction speed, -1 rhetoric. What are my skills at? They gotta be going places. 4, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 6, 4, 4, 6, 5, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1. Fuck. My skills are a mess! Alright. What could go wrong?
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Sure, why not? Logic error, she's not sleeping right now.
Pigs come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out?
Are you sleeping right now? Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
Trying to sneak up on me again?
Fine, bitch. We'll deal with Kuno and Kuno Essa real quick here. Ooh! A signal blue naval coat. Very nice. This classic double-breasted coat suits everyone, including you, and if you ever find yourself battling winds at the helm of a ship, then this coat's heavy fabric has got your back, even if moths have left a few holes in it. There we go! Now I'm looking good in the neighborhood! Yee!
The streets will flow red once more, a great torrent rushing down Rue d'Esperance. You wait and see.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth? Blood type? The last time I was tested for Hep C?
Let's start with your blood type and go from there.
Go where? Accosting a minor?
Listen to your partner, pigman. Keep your grubby hooves off little old ladies.
She's grown frustrated with her work and welcomes the opportunity to challenge authority in other ways. Do you know anything about the recent murder? I know, Snitch Pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts. Actually, there is a shortage of people who will talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner. We weren't put on the earth to make your life pleasant, fucko. Can't you tell I'm painting a beautiful mural, an arrow graffiti visible from low orbit? I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. So you don't know what to write? Have you ever tried your hand at graffito when faced with a blank wall? Most people write unimaginative stuff like Pigs Go Home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs around here though, just union cads, and my name's not Mona, so... She wants it to be something true and total. I love public art. Don't mind me. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval. You've lessened her desire to deface the building. You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at? She nods disdainfully towards the woman performing maintenance on the boat docked next to the pier. Hatred, disgust is difficult to tell which is more present in her girlish features. The one on the boat does not notice her staring. That ozone whore. Someone's got to keep an eye on her. Who is she? Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have a feeling she'll be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions. You know, do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet. Being wacky? That's one of those things I do! Well, I'm just trying to investigate. Tools! We need those.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
That was a noise.
I'm fine, fine. Don't you worry about me. Now, what you want from me, policeman?
Oh, I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony. Yes, I know who you mean. Scrawny boy is always smoking like the devil, right? What's he in trouble for? No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives? Talk. He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home for the evening. Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony, see if he's home. There's a little room upstairs right next to the cool room. It's barely bigger than a closet, but I don't complain now. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company, and that's all I need from this world. I have a few questions about the apartments. Ask away. Do you know who lived in the foreclosed apartment? The hell am I supposed to know? Another nut job, I assume. What can you tell me about Cindy? The artist? She scoffs. Nothing I can do about her. I'm afraid she ruins the walls faster than I can clean them still. She leaves an old lady to her business, more than I can say for others. Damn, I'm gonna have to stop. My voice is starting to go. Damn, that was incredibly helpful, actually. You can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in the wall. It will still be accessible, though, through the apartment next to us. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains here, except the stuff in the fridge. Indeed. Ooh, 20 cents. I think I'll do everything short of talking to Kuno. And then I'll stop there, because of my fucking poor lungs. Whoa, where the fuck am I? Oh. Damn! That's a lot of fucking money. Look at me when I'm screaming at you. My enjoyment of this game is directly related to how fucked up my throat is. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy? Enough coal to last for several winters. Smell of chemicals. Ooh, laborer jeans. Savoir-faire. +1 electrochemistry. Nah, we need the reaction speed. Good God! I've got $13 dues. Okay, looks like I am gonna make it to 3, thank God. Mordosh! This is the police. Open up. Fuck you, I'd do it any damn way. A 5-pointed star. Like a vault. Examine the padlock. What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of a lock with chain cutters and it's really not working. I believe that's shackle you meant to cut, Lieutenant. He's just trying to help. Don't take it bad. Relax. Don't you think that's what I'm trying to do? Perhaps you should give it another go. There we go. B&E, bitches! Ooh. A lounge jacket. Is that a thing we want? Damn! I'm looking dapper. Ba 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 ba. A bust of Krasmazov. Let's see, Middle Age man. Why does this tenant have a bust of Krasmazov in their bedroom? The white star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting. He knows the fathers of scientific communism, also known as Marxism, is scientific history greatly influenced, some would say sparked, the anti-centennial revolution. Whoever lives here needs to learn how the economy actually works. I suspect that's exactly what they're trying to do. There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youths still keep the ideology going, it seems. Revolutionaries love to pose with their gun. Damn, this is a big place. Flip up glasses, the auditor. +1 logic, -1 authority. These flip-up sunglasses were fashionable and old, but have since lost their popularity. And their thin gold alloy frames are a reminder of drug-addled bohemian artists. These days, the glasses are only favored by organized crime accountants who desire to look cool. It fits you well, regardless of your political ambitions. Oh, I bet this is the other doorway. Yep, that was right. Hey, we've been here before. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. Yep, number 28. The evening. We should return here around 2100. Sounds good. Tomorrow, 2100. Damn, turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry, you'll get him. Remember, tomorrow he's probably gone for today. Fuck, I'm just trying to get up here. No, I guess I can't get up there. Oh well. Communal. Fuck, that sucks. Alright, here we are again. Let's rock that Jamrock Shuffle. Let's see. Smiling as you approach, or bringing the lane code.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbor. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead in this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Tell me about the Wild Pines. What do you do? What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking. So what do they do? The Pines' core competency is logistics, container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airstrips there? Blinking, that's the shipping side of things. Then to the east there's the harbor, and that is the terminal. Another subdivision that deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms. How much money does Wild Pines have? I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue. A billion? The money I owe is so much less than that. Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary, but they are quite real for the 72,000 employees who depend on them for their paychecks. A conglomerate the size of a Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? Where does the Wild Pines get all those billions? Started as an exploration and cargo fleet, conducting trade in the Samaran and Isolas 250 years ago, when the Pines ships explored South Samar and charted Low Mantong on half of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to reemerge with Apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It takes everything from its employees to build it. What is such a huge system want with a place like this? You mean aside from this being terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo? 8% of all the world's cargo? That's quite the endeavor. Damn, I need to gain a level so I can unlock that. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands of the job. The world over, I'm here to assure this doesn't happen. With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone. What can you tell me about the strike? Everything, right up to but not including the trade secrets. Wait, what if I want to hear about the trade secrets? First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade and the elements that gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus. An octopus! I will slay it! Good luck. It's only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world, including your own. What the ma'am means is the Emergencies Act and the RCM both get their authority from the coalition government. You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words. I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to the Wild Pines and return the Wild Pines' counteroffer. How are the talks going? They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 220M racist behemoth blocking the gates. Oh, you mean Measurehead? Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead. She leans back and rolls her eyes. How were the talks going before the lynching? Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd have hoped for when I first arrived. And when did you first arrive? I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, the middle of February. The bay was practically frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site like the RCM. But the strike began in December. I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont, who's at wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations. This isn't the first time the union goes on strike. Heavens no, there have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union were significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more aggressive. What are their demands? There are leaflets everywhere and banners. What do they say again? Oh yes, every worker a member of the board. Most of the workers probably don't know what that means. Over-aggressive commie posturing. In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker a member of the board. Most of them probably don't even know what that means. Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pine Group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in the Martinet terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees. That's pretty funny, I have to admit. They're having a blast, but how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution. What are you going to do? I'm not sure. Naturally, I assumed that was just their opening position. Hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery, but there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan, repeated over and over again. And now people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling and reg is a disastrous situation, if ever there was one. Excuse me, from where did you hear about this lynching? I first heard about it from the boy at the gate, the one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I believe he says it was Call Me Manana. This checks out. What happened to this Gaumont? Mr. Clare told him to, how do he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is sort of stature, I see. Ah. Yes, keep in mind this was a negotiator Mr. Clare had worked with before and who was more than fair with him in the union. The scabs at the gate, did you put them there? The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of jamrock come to plead for work when the union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliate, that would be a company secret. I could not share it with you, not right now at least. Mañana means morning in Spanish. Ah, okay. I'm terrible with foreign words. It's probably my eyes. It's implied she's open to discussing this matter at a later occasion. Let's see, tell me about this union boss. Everett Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first. Really? Of course not. Everett is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood. Is he that bad? He is the most corrupt individual I've ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there's anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar. Wait, there are two of them? I don't know if that's important or not. I know this game can get convoluted at times. Little bit! The part of the problem is the Pillars of Eternity problem that I had with it. The names, the words, some of them are incredibly convoluted. And I mean, I'm a wordsmith. I love big words. But they have to have meaning. They have to have gravitas. These are just big words for the sake of big words. Although it's not as bad in this game as it was in Pillars of Eternity. In Pillars of Eternity, it was fucking arrogant. But in this game, it's more setting the scene that this is a foreign, otherworldly place. So I'm fine with that. Edgar looks exactly like his brother except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everett does too, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues. I guess other cultures are fine. Welcome to Ravishell! I haven't even gotten that far into the game, and I know that that is a racist slogan. Mostly because of a review I read. What about the unions itself? The Debarde Union was once a perfectly normal institution, 20 years ago anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened to the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a, how do you say, a mob. The Debarders are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, we're forced to cooperate with them. Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened them. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask, I'm curious. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debonair Union is? Basically a socialist mob. Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines has cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers. You said something happened at the elections. I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared. Disappeared? Yes, on the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore or coming to work, ever. End of story. Some kind of extortion, probably. Indeed, the company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is these kind of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him. Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll do just fine. Let's change the topic. Fuck. What can you tell me about this lynching? Quite a few things, I'm afraid. Ding-ding! The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask your names and badge numbers. Of course, ma'am, we should have introduced ourselves. The lieutenant hands her a piece of blue plastic. I'm Lieutenant Interrogate from Precinct 57. He points to you, and this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice. How curious. Why is that, detective? Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events. Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered an unusual medical episode? My badge is related to it. I see. So you're saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? Yes, it's possible. I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. The world, the city, nothing. Oh dear, some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you. Naive as that may sound, I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition. As I said, ma'am, the lieutenant interjects, his technique is very unconventional, but he is an officer. Of course, I sympathize, but I simply can't share any information until I've seen that badge. Hang on, she's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement. Damn it! Feelings will guide the way. But madam, I need to know what about this lynching. It's very important to me. It's the case I'm solving. I assure you it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming the situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible. You have so much else. I have only this. Spread your hands. This is the entirety of my existence. She's silenced. The winds flap for the sail above her. This boat, for example, in a home somewhere. I only have this case. The carbon fiber hull creaks. I don't remember anything except this lynching. There is only this coast and this lynching. You know, she puts her foot on the guard wire. I didn't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt. You're doing it despite your own best efforts. You're still getting in somehow. I'll be frank with you. I'm going to break protocol. I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible. The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbor. It's an open secret to the Martinet. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it. Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause. Detective, a word in private. Excuse us for a moment. This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. How did you hope it would go? Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance and, you know, not volunteer us to be her henchmen. Really? I thought it was going so well. The woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we played straight into her hands. He doesn't let it show, but there's a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation. Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you. Sorry for putting us in this situation. I'll handle it. I'm sure you will, Detective. What do you propose, that we don't investigate the drug trafficking? No, if there's reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise she could claim we're siding with the Union or that we're on their take. I'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is we ask her, then we investigate. Briefly, he adjusts his glasses, but we do not share the outcome of the investigation with her. We tell it's done and demand for information on the lynching. The company must have more ears on the ground. She could have known about my condition. I wouldn't go that far. Her reaction did come off as sincere. I think she's just quick to adapt. She is a professional, after all. We could just, you know, find my badge. Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large, and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters. The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence. You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months. Let's get back to her.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
You seem rich. Can I have some money? I gotta try. This is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it? Wait, why not? Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub. What nice fabrics. Why, yes, tucked away and under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and masking scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible. Within reason, yeah, so. Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to see your own laces. Your armpits are lakes, a sigh of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. Yes, I should make my own goddamn money by now. I got an achievement. Maybe you can ask her for some stock tips. That's a maybe. Or a job, but you're sure as hell too ashamed to ask for cash, buddy. Herd of billions! I gotta try. Yes! Can I have some money, ma'am? Of course. How much do you need? She's surprisingly not nonchalant about this. Could it be that she somehow knows about more of your predicament? I need 130 real. That's a good sum, not too small, not fantastically large. Shit! She removes a few notes. Whoa, did you see how easy that was? Ask her for more. Nay, 'twould be dishonorable, and mine honor is my life. Can you eat honor? Are you an honorvore? Give me a break. Let's see, I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still. I'm an honorable policeman, one of the few good men in Ravishall. You're right, ma'am. That donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, unseemly as it may be, as long as they're properly logged to the precinct. Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help? Now, how else can I help the RCM besides supplementing its salary? Tell me about the alleged drug trafficking. It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samara and Isola into Ravishal with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines suspected for years. For ingredients for what, ma'am? Methamphetamines and GBL and synthetic psychedelics. Okay. Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Ravishal through the terminal? Yes, after they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place in various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter north of here. Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean? We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no, as far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut. And you want us to investigate? Yes, but you won't get anything out of Everett and the Dockworkers Union still. Every chain has a weak link. They hand off the motor lorry at the roundabout. Am I going to need bolt cutters for this? Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbor into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp, and in transit they're vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam. Interview the drivers. One of them might be waiting for that crucial shipment. I'll be explicit. If you find the driver, I will share company secrets with you. Uncovering Union secrets would also give you an upper hand when dealing with them. Jesus. This thing gets bigger and bigger. Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier? We did, on more than one occasion. Apparently there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under. We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence. Well, here's your chance, officers. It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it? No, we asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of our subsidiaries. But this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge and the operation will continue. Thousands of liters of raw ingredients will pour into the streets of Ravishal, not the east across the river, but the west, the vulnerable, the weary. Well, at least this solves one mystery. What's that, Lieutenant? Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open the drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in on my motor carriage. Sorry for the inconvenience, but we needed them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand. What proof do you have the Union is involved? How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for 4 months straight. There's a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it. With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves. So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for the drugs? Precisely. Smuggled out of that gate every night, almost likely. Then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you. Sounds like she tried looking into it herself, although she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would confide in. Alright, I've made up my mind about the smuggling investigation. And we'll take the case. Probe the driver, see what it yields. Excellent, she takes a long sip of tea. According to my reports, there's at least 3 lorry drivers lingering around the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing or it may blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other assistance. Thank you. Take care. Alright, so now we're going to go where we need to go.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Don't you have a real home? Does anyone in a city like this? It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do. It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me right now, I'm doing nothing at all. Bye, Cindy. There, we did it. We're finally done. Now we can go and talk to the lorry drivers again. And then we can talk to Kuno. I can't believe it's that easy to get 130 real. Awesome, now I don't have to beg for money anymore. Plus, I can pay Garte. I'll pay him immediately.
Can I help you?
Where'd my fucking pointer go? There it is. Here it is. Sorry for the trouble. He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have the money, he really wants to make sure you're not angry with him. It's good you got paid for $2,100 or your door would have been locked electronically. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow, 20 real per night. I'll take a room here too, of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Whoa. Oh. And what could this be? I have 15 real. Now to talk to the lorry drivers and then finally talk to Kuno. That son of a bitch. Ah, it's raining! Ew, it's all sticky! Sup, buddy?
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
You seem like a man who knows about drugs. Aw, man, me and narcotics go way back. Had some good time serving the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions to my life. Why the inquiry, man? Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B. We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor. We have loaded into their lorry and drive it on to Jamrock. Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms and I'm afraid it's headed towards a conflagration. Wait, why are you still hanging around? Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly. I'm missing cargo and it gives me time to work on my rhymes. A rhyme, Smith? This is quite credible. It goes with his cadence and way of speaking. Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade? Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly. I'm a guest here. You really want to find another man to probe with these questions. He's a poet. Hit him with your best verse. Your best verse? You don't even have a bad verse. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains. Wait, no, what are you doing? What in the name of God are you doing? It's not real, guys. It's not my actual thought. It's a poem. Yeah, I get that and cool, but... Yeah, I get it. Those are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust as honest, so thanks, man. He's not lying. He liked the end. What do you see in his eyes? In his eyes, a half-familiar longing. Flecks of brown and gold. Familiar how? It's hard to say. His gaze wanders west. What's in the southwest? Excuse me? Really, you can tell me. Man, I don't know what else to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, a second kid on the way. Waiting all the way down in Diora, and here I am stuck in this shit so far from home. Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Clicalo, pretty much on another island. We got a little place there. I can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows. What's it like? Good and bad. An echo that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail, alluring with them. It comforts me. What about you, cop man? You missing someone? Is that what it is, this feeling? I missed my gun. I lost it. I miss someone, but I don't know who it is. I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough to know who you miss. Missing like that doesn't feel like it has much of an upside. Oh, do I get points? Wait, I can level this up? No, I can't. I should level up perception. Wait, I should level up encyclopedia. Or rhetoric. Huh, that's weird.
Looking for something, Runt? Huh? Coming to tell me to fuck off again?
Drugs, they're shit, man. I don't let anyone pollute my body. You know where that shit comes from? They take the money from our local junkies and use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage. Racial economic sabotage. So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinet? Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe. So you're telling me you don't know anything about the drug smuggling? I don't know shit, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Then why are you still hanging around here for? What do you think? I can't leave the... What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded? Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer. There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a lorry nearby. I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on the way here. Do you know what happened? Yeah, I know the guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Whirling in Rags, and some trip boys smashed his lock and damn near took everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to. If you were all at the Whirling, how do you know it was Kips who broke into the lorry? What, aren't we allowed to say that it's the Kips who do all the stealing around here? It's not roto-science, man. It's not you, then who is? Isn't it obvious fucking Sealang, that VDI South Samarin? His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs. Wait, that street vendor south here? That guy's a lorry driver? Of course he's a lorry driver. What, he tell you he's some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, 100%. I wouldn't be so sure about that, not until we've learned what he's had to say for himself. Fucking racist idiot. Look in the window. What kind of stickers and insignia? Honor, strength, and purity, huh? Backseat. Small perch to sleep, large ashtray, several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover is a large muscular man. Racist nationalist propaganda. Not unusual, this is our guy. Alright, now we gotta go down here. Sneakers on a pedestal of speakers.
I can see you have a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
A pair of sneakers impossibly sleek and simple, futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, jet out black upper and a silver lined midsole. These sneakers are the latest phone and 50 real. Only? That's madness. Once respectable feature. What about the speakers though? Doesn't anybody want those speakers? Lo-fi socialist junk. But I need some speakers. Well, if you want them. Actually, what were the stats on those fallen sneakers? Damn! Those are some good fucking sneakers. Truth told.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Drugs? I don't go for that. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course, in which case drugs are excellent. Tasty, tasty drugs. I actually don't like drugs. That's very cool. I don't like drugs either. I only said it because I don't want to sound lame. Peer pressure. Looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. That's even cooler, you investigating narcotics crimes like that, but I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that. A blatant lie, sire, yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better. But you are a lorryman. Another driver has identified you and your lorry. Who said that? It's that fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater. So you admit you're a lorry driver? No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm realizing you can't get out of it. Smart man. Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too, a little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream. So you forgot to tell me? Exactly, it's such a small part of my life. It's in the rearview mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity. See, Lang, my source tells me you're the one transporting drugs for the Union. No, that's insane. It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for a week and sent you here. Maybe he's the one, huh? Have you thought about that? And what crowd is that? Crowd, you know, the drug crowd. Okay, if you don't know, then I'll tell your employer you've been selling his stuff. No use, he's not telling us. He's too afraid. We need to take him to my station and ask him there, after we've called his boss. Okay, look, there's bad people doing bad things here, but that's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've been 15 years working my way up. Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth in this tale, so zoom in on it! If you don't want to get into this mess, raise your voice, you have to give us a reason to move on. It's a she, okay? The other driver called her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady. Who are these other drivers who talk? All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? Who exactly is he talking about? All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos. Is the lady driver the old woman back there? I don't know, maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved, I tell you. Could be. She was strange. Alright, ice cold. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You walk from here with funky sunglasses. Detective, both of you. You deserve it. Okay. Making progress, little by little. Failing every skill check we have. I knew there was something over that fucking lady.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Where am I? Who are you?
Smile on her face has disappeared, according to Beast. I was actually hoping you could tell me
Never
that.
mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in the traffic jam. In the 50s.
Where else would you be then?
Back in Mefke, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and coffees are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boy Dado picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you come along, that is.
Who's Gabriel Buenguerro?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
Strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with wide brim hat, his hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw's the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen. This man's got a hold over her. Even 50 years later, you can
He
feel
was the
it.
biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of the cinema whenever he came on the screen, and schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
So I take it you were in Mesk when you were young?
Someone was.
Are these not your
They are
memories?
someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They are beautiful. That is all that matters, beautiful and true. And they will win. They are coming for this, you know. All of this.
She used to derive some bitter pleasure from the strange thought as if the past will one day wipe the present away like a tidal wave approaching.
Why not, Jerife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
What are you hauling? Diamonds, really? Of course not, but wouldn't it be marvelous if it was? Okay, but what are you really hauling? Whatever stupid thing they put in the lorry, I imagine, so you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry? I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive a lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean. What if the cargo is contraband? Then it's contraband, lawman. What, you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest, lock me away like bad hand Herman Gildo. Some people just... Bad hands strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people really like strangling people. Before I came, you seemed away. She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her thing. So he doesn't think she's the lady driver? No, what is that, Lieutenant? Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything. He doesn't want your Frau Mann caught up in something here, something unconnected to the case, but connected this woman turning out like this. Should you drive a lorry if you get like that? Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best cannoneers around. I drive routes like no one else. What routes? All those routes. I'm something of an expert about blacking out. You should take better care of yourself. You're right, Lawman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thanks for looking out for me. A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby. Alright, are you the lady driver? Did you just call me lady? She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it. I was told of a woman driver. You're the only woman here. I'm not that either, Zarif. I'm down too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that in the long haul, so you're not the driver everyone's terrified of? I'm only terrifying to small children and those who used to know me. Yeah, it's not her, believe me. Then who's the female driver I was told of? How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with other cannoneers sniffing around when I have my movies to go back to? You said long haul. That's the big ones, the tracks. There's no women and men there. It's all just... Let's see, why are you scary? You seem like a woman who thinks too about drugs. What do I need drugs for, Lawman, when I can see when I feel the great adversary? No drugs can compare. What, the adversary? Yes, there's a protagonist and an adversario on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole. These epithets are familiar. The great adversary, the great unrest. I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in smuggling some drugs. Lawman, what in the name of God are you talking about? Okay, let me put it another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B? Maybe, probably not, makes no difference to me either way. You said earlier you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could be drugs? Just this month I made half a dozen trips. What do you think they take from... Drugs? No, lawman. Diamonds. If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs? Easy. It's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here. That's correct. There's no visibility of any of the others. Juggling smugs, yes! Fucking smug drugglers. Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music or the seagulls, look at the colors and the features of the world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back to where it will. Damn it! Thought we were so close. Oh, my fucking voice is not cut out for this game. But I will by God do it.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Right? Now it's turning... Okay, I heard that one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know the lady driver? I don't want to talk about that. I don't mean to pry, but I need your help. She may be involved in drug business. Man, I was hoping it wasn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug smuggler, and I don't know where she is. I asked you who was conducting the drug trade. You said you didn't know. Now you're saying you do. I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. She wouldn't be mixed up in it. He still is hoping. It's wishful thinking, not trickery. Maybe if you stop... I already read that. Who is this person? What's her name? Thank God I don't know. People just call her the lady driver. She kept her name from secret. From me too. Now I know why. Who is she to you? A friend? An acquaintance? I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay? What does she look like? A youngish woman, gruff but in a cool way. What color hair? Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here, blue before she went. And she may have dyed it again. When did she leave? Damn, I don't want to... Please, just let it go. Wherever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person, I know that much. We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation. That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience. It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. We just want information. I don't believe you. She says she's troubled. How? She's got the darkness in her. This young person's darkness when you think it's all over and you're looking for a way out. She shared this with you? Yes, which is why I don't want to snitch on her. I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not? I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked, and she told me, too, that she's had a violent life, but I wasn't afraid of her, more like for her. Does violent life include drug trafficking? Well, it looks like it did now, but we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind. Hold on, her mind? The way it worked, the trouble it was giving her. When she left, did she leave her lorry behind? Fuck, man, go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, who are afraid of her. They're more than happy to wrap her out. He's right, there are other options. The raceman, for one. Push Tommy and it'll break his heart, his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals. Aww. Damn, this is tough. I love how real and human the game makes the characters, right? I mean, look at me. I'm having trouble with this because I don't want to fucking ruin the guy. Find another way. You better pray to God I find her some other way. Alright, I'll talk to Mr. Racist again.
Looking for something, Hunt? Huh? Coming to tell me to fuck off again?
I don't know what you're talking about. First, you knew Silang didn't do it. He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip. Then why are you smirking? Listen up, fuckwits, you don't scare me. The cops don't run Revachol West, you don't run Martinet, you don't run anything. So who does? The lady driver? No. The lieutenant turns to the lorryman. He means La Puta Madre. The name resounds like a bell in the air, a dark gong. You have a bad feeling about it. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this. For a moment, the lorryman is silent, then he spits on the pavement. Yeah, him. Cross your arms and nod. Then I presume you're familiar with his peons? Yeah, he says, I'm sure where this is leading. There's little bitches. He's got them all over the unions. Not just the unions, he has peons everywhere. Some say he doesn't have them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peons who do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts. The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this! I like Kim. You're not peons. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were. No, of course not. We're not peons, but if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it'd be a good peon's job to find out who that is. He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre, really. He looks at, angry, he looks at him, but a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way protecting this fucking thief. His eyes dart between you and the lieutenant. I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and the Carters Guild. The lieutenant raises one eyebrow. You've seen the corpse in the yard, yes? You took a peek? I know you did. Does it look like his friends protected him? Right? You're watching because you're enjoying me butchering this, aren't you? Well, don't forget to follow, because I'm uploading this shit to YouTube so that there's a complete page, there's a complete playthrough. See, the problem is my brain moves too fast for my mouth, and my brain is like 3 words ahead, and my mouth will sometimes leap ahead to the word that it's on, thus making it really weird for me to read things like a 40-hour-long game that I'm going to make take 80 hours because I'm busy trying to read all this shit out loud. Well, be sure to follow. Also, my YouTube link is in the little sidebar thing. I made a playlist and everything. I feel you, man. I can't read for shit. That's the thing. I can read really well. I just can't read and talk. And yet I am forcing myself to read and talk. Wait, 1524? Damn! I've been playing this for a while. That's okay. Let's see. His hands are shaking. I softened him up as best I could. Now it's time for you to finish the job. Oh, god damn it! Oh, we're fucked. The main thing is to not overdo it, even if you're trying to scare someone. The most important thing is how does it look on your resume. You know, your goods. That some kind of homo thing? Yeah, maybe it is. Okay, that's enough, detective. That's enough. Let's just go and ask Tommy. We're wasting our time here. Fuck! Sorry, Tommy. I tried.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Put yourself in my shoes. I need this for another investigation, too. It's important. I can't blow it. You're not going to put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? Because she's on the edge, man. Imagine an explosion of stars. Goodbye, world of men, money, and machines. Oh, sorry, buddy. She's a suspect, and I need you to tell me where she is, or I can't finish the investigation. I thought you were a different kind of cop. The realization that you've used his friendliness and goodwill for your own ends. Where is the lady driver? Here. Her lorry is still there, down past the statue of Philippe. The cabin is green. You can get in from these. That's all I know. When did she leave? Last Friday. I'm sorry I had to do this. I bet you are. And he's sorry he couldn't be what he wants to be, a good person. His last line, his revenge on the world. Damn! Right in the feels! Anything else, like where she is now? No, I don't know. Why did you have the keys? She left them to me because she trusted me so I can get it out of the way when this jam breaks loose. Otherwise, the other drivers wouldn't have to tow it or break in to get the machines moving. Damn, I feel like a shithead! I feel like I should restart and put points into things. Oh, God, that's heartbreaking. Damn, that's good writing. Oh, here it is. Ah! I could have popped the lock! Son of a bitch! Oh, never mind. You push the key into the lock and turns, make a cracking sound. You can just... The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter and driver. And a toolbox. Ooh, a toolbox! A metallic drawer. It's empty except for a folded newspaper. An issue of that from last Wednesday. Looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. A mathematical equation explains basically something called the Ulan frequency system. Check the pedals. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look, since that the few tools lying here, a hammer, a few pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by a disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds an extra grip. Looks like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip. Sandpaper, a novel technique. Let's see. Examine the radio. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver. Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least. Is there anything we can do with the radio? It doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without the key. Why would somebody need so many radio stations? For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave. Looks like we're dealing with an impressive organizational tool, the nerve center of a huge operation with quite the range, too. What else is here? God damn it, didn't mean to do that. Admire the posters. These are movie posters, forgotten starlets from long-forgotten films, from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. Study the centerfold. The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. A feeling of tenderness, of longing, and gentle tragedy. Great, I think we got everything. A word, detective, before we return to Joyce.
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of this, Tim? Kim? Quite worried about what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. This means it's well-funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing. No, my character is sorry. My character is Canadian. He is sorry. He is very, very sorry. In fact, he is the sorriest son of a bitch that I've ever seen. I wanted to do an apocalypse one, but my last save got fucked up, so can't do that. Welcome to Ravishell. I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold significance. Maybe it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. What about the movie posters? As elegant as they are, I don't think they're relevant. A lot of women there, especially for a lady cab driver. Yes, well, he doesn't say more. Unimportant? How do you think this is connected with the Union? We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation, but somehow I doubt that Everett Clare will be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is we use it against the Union in every way we can to our own ends. It's a slippery eel, but we just might be able to get them down, pin them down indirectly down the road. Will the RCM open an investigation into this? We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we're done for the day, I'll call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation. Sometime later when we're done here, we do not want to get caught in that. The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean, especially if Madre grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome. Corruption? All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone. Okay, debrief over? Debrief over. After you. Damn! Again, right in the feels.
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
Ouch. Sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname. Look closer. The fading marks are too degraded, just chips in the sandstone. They look pretty ancient. Kim, look, bullet holes. Oh, you mean like from the Revolution? Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. These bullets were fired during the Revolution and did not warrant investigators by officers of civil law. Yeah, I gained a level. Cool. That's great. Who the fuck? Yay, I got a bag! That means I can gather cans! Oh, I remember these guys. These guys were from before. Alright, we can finally go and deal with Kuno. Actually, we gotta deal with this shit first. But I'm not gonna worry about that right now. So we're gonna go right around here. Let's see, what kind of boots? Heavy workers' boots all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear? Aww. Look, worker boots. Okay. God damn it. Chew the magnesium, man. Fuck that liver. Realistic as heck. Yeah, I know. Okay. Alright, here's where I'm going to save it. And just so you know, I don't do reloads. If I die, I start again. And next time I'll be making a big, ugly motherfucker. Just all physical and fucking no mental. Go the complete opposite direction. So anyway, I hope you like this. I have been Blind Ryan. My throat is fucking fucked. And I will be back in a little while with Grim Dawn.